Listen closely, because what I'm about to share could completely transform the way you think about attraction. Have you ever wondered why some women seem to effortlessly capture a man's attention, while others, no matter how stunning or charming they are, seem to be left chasing? If you've ever felt frustrated, confused, or even powerless in understanding how to keep him hooked, this is your turning point. Here's the truth. Most women are looking in the wrong place. They think it's about beauty, perfection, or bending over backward to meet his every need. But let me tell you a secret. Men don't stay because of how you look. They stay because of how you make them feel, emotionally, mentally, and yes, even spiritually. In this guide, I'm giving you the 9 irresistible traits that men simply cannot resist. These are not gimmicks or superficial tricks. They're deeply rooted in understanding male psychology and creating a connection so profound that he'll see you as unforgettable. The best part? You don't have to be someone you're not. These traits are about enhancing your authenticity, your strength, and your individuality. But here's the catch. This isn't passive information. This is a call to action. To master these traits, you'll need to shift how you think, act, and connect. Each one builds on the last, so by the end of this, you'll hold the keys to a powerful transformation, both in how he sees you and how you see yourself. Are you ready? Let's start with the first trait, the one that sets the foundation for all the others and is the spark of every irresistible woman: confidence with authenticity. 1. Confidence with authenticity. Confidence. Just hearing the word sparks images of someone walking into a room and commanding attention without saying a word. But let me ask you this: what does real confidence look like to you? Is it loud, attention-grabbing, and always center stage? Or is it something quieter, something subtler, a quiet power that speaks volumes without needing to shout? For men, the kind of confidence that captivates them is not loud, obnoxious, or flashy. It's the kind that feels real, rooted in self-awareness and authenticity. This type of confidence is magnetic because it's grounded in truth. It says, "I know who I am and I don't need external validation to prove it." So how can you cultivate this kind of confidence? It starts with knowing your worth. Think about it. When was the last time you walked into a room and genuinely believed you belonged there? Or spoke your mind without second-guessing yourself? Confidence with authenticity isn't about faking it until you make it. It's about understanding your value and owning it. Now, let's talk about how this plays out in real life. Picture this. You're on a date and he's telling a story. Instead of trying to impress him with your own tales or agreeing just to keep the peace, you offer your honest perspective. Maybe you tease him a little, playfully challenging him in a way that shows you're comfortable being yourself. That's confidence. It's not about being combative or showing off. It's about standing firm in your beliefs while still being open to connection. Confidence also shows up in your body language. Do you walk with purpose, or do you shrink into the background? Men notice the way you carry yourself before you even say a word. Stoicism teaches us that how we present ourselves externally reflects our internal state. Stand tall, make eye contact, and move with intention. When you do, you project a calm, steady energy that's impossible to ignore. But what if you don't feel confident? What if self-doubt creeps in and steals your thunder? That's where the real work begins. Confidence isn't built overnight. It's forged through experience. Start by stepping out of your comfort zone in small ways. Say yes to things that scare you, whether it's trying a new hobby, speaking up in a meeting, or initiating a conversation with someone new. Each time you push through fear, you strengthen your inner resilience, stacking small wins that build a solid foundation of confidence. Here's the magic. When you carry this authentic confidence, it not only attracts him, but also creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. Suddenly, people lean in when you speak, opportunities seem to find you, and you move through the world with ease. Stoic principles remind us that true confidence isn't about dominance or control. It's about mastering yourself, your fears, your insecurities, and your self-doubt. Men can't resist a woman who radiates this kind of energy because it signals that she doesn't need him to complete her. Instead, she's inviting him into a life that's already rich, vibrant, and full of possibility. He's drawn to her because her confidence amplifies his own, making him feel more alive, more capable, and more inspired. So here's your challenge. The next time you catch yourself second-guessing, ask yourself, what would the most confident version of myself do right now? Then do that, whether it's walking into a room with your head held high or simply saying no to something that doesn't serve you. Practice embodying the kind of confidence that leaves him intrigued and wanting more. Because here's the truth, a confident woman isn't just attractive, she's unforgettable. 2. Playful humor and light-heartedness. Have you ever noticed how a man's guard drops when you make him laugh? It's like you've unlocked a secret doorway into his heart without even trying. Men love women who can bring a sense of playfulness and fun into their lives because, let's face it, life is already heavy enough. A woman who can laugh with him and not take everything too seriously is a woman he wants to be around. Why? Because humor isn't just entertainment. It's a form of connection. Imagine this. You're on a date and there's an awkward pause. Instead of panicking or letting the silence stretch uncomfortably, you crack a light-hearted joke about how bad you are at small talk. He laughs, the tension breaks, and suddenly the vibe shifts. That's the power of humor. It's a bridge that connects you on a deeper level without either of you even realizing it. But here's the thing. Not all humor is created equal. Men are drawn to women who are playful and light-hearted, not those who try too hard to be funny or constantly use sarcasm to deflect emotions. Playfulness is about bringing joy into the moment, about finding the humor in life's little quirks. It's teasing him in a way that feels fun and flirty, not mean-spirited or critical. Have you ever had a moment where you laughed so hard with someone that you forgot everything else? Those are the moments he'll remember, the ones he'll keep replaying in his mind when he thinks of you. When you create shared laughter, you're not just building attraction, you're building memories. But how do you become that playful, light-hearted woman? Start by learning to laugh at yourself. Men adore women who can own their quirks and imperfections with grace and humor. Did you trip on the curb? Make a joke about how the sidewalk obviously had it out for you. Did you accidentally spill your drink? Laugh and say, "Clearly, I'm not cut out for multitasking today." These small moments of self-deprecating humor show that you don't take yourself too seriously, and that's incredibly attractive. Playfulness also means knowing how to tease him in a way that creates sparks. Maybe he's taking too long to decide on dinner, so you jokingly say, "Wow, I didn't realize picking tacos or burgers was a life or death decision." Or perhaps you notice he always orders the same drink and say, "You're a man of routine, huh? Should I surprise you with something wild like a lemonade next time?" These playful jabs are like a verbal dance. They keep things light and flirty, and they show him you're confident enough to hold your own. Another important part of humor is knowing when to let go of perfection. Sometimes we're so focused on making a good impression that we forget to enjoy the moment. But here's a secret. He's not looking for perfect. He's looking for someone who makes him feel good, who makes him laugh even when things go wrong. Maybe the date doesn't go as planned, or you spill something, or the weather ruins your carefully chosen outfit. Instead of letting it ruin your vibe, laugh it off. The ability to roll with the punches is one of the most magnetic traits you can have. Now, you might be thinking, what if I'm not naturally funny? Don't worry. This isn't about being a stand-up comedian. It's about being present, relaxed, and open to the moment. You don't need to force jokes or memorize funny lines. Sometimes, the simplest things, like a silly face or a light-hearted comment, can spark the biggest laughs. Humor is about connection, not performance. Think of playful humor as a secret language you're creating with him. Every laugh, every inside joke, every teasing comment becomes part of the story you're writing together. It's not just about making him laugh. It's about creating a space where he feels free to laugh with you. That's what makes it irresistible. And here's the kicker. Playfulness isn't just about him, it's about you too. When you let yourself be playful, you're giving yourself permission to enjoy life more, to find the joy in the everyday. This is where the love Stoic principles come into play, embracing the moment, finding beauty in imperfection, and letting go of things outside your control. Playfulness isn't just attractive, it's liberating. So how can you start bringing more humor and lightheartedness into your interactions? Start small. Find opportunities to laugh in your daily life. Watch a comedy, share a funny meme, or simply let yourself be silly with your friends. The more you embrace humor in your own life, the more it will naturally show up in your relationships. Now, if you're loving this idea of using playfulness to deepen your connection with him, let me know by liking this video and commenting number 1 below. I want to hear your stories. Have you ever used humor to turn a bad date into a great one? Or maybe you've had a moment where laughter changed the vibe completely? Share it with me in the comments. And don't forget, if you're finding these insights helpful, subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video. Together, we'll uncover even more ways to captivate his attention, build lasting connections, and master the art of attraction. When you let humor guide you, you're not just winning his heart. You're creating a relationship that's vibrant, fun, and full of joy. And that's irresistible. 3. Mystery and independence. Have you ever noticed how the most captivating people are the ones you can't quite figure out? There's an aura about them, a sense that there's more to uncover, more to explore. Mystery has a magnetic pull, and when it comes to attraction, men can't resist a woman who keeps him intrigued. But what exactly does it mean to be mysterious, and how do you balance intrigue with authenticity? Mystery isn't about playing games or hiding who you are. It's about revealing yourself in layers, creating a rhythm to your connection that keeps him curious and engaged. Think about it. When everything is laid out on the table from the start, there's nothing left to discover. But when you hold back just enough, when you allow him to peel back the layers slowly, it builds anticipation and excitement. Let's start with one simple truth. Independence is the foundation of mystery. Men are drawn to women who have their own lives, passions, and interests. Women who don't need them, but choose to invite them into their world. This independence signals confidence and self-sufficiency, two traits that make you utterly irresistible. When a man sees that you're deeply invested in your own happiness and success, he'll want to be part of the life you're creating. But how do you cultivate this independence? Start by prioritizing yourself. Make time for the things that light you up, whether it's a creative hobby, a fitness goal, or spending time with friends. When you're genuinely engaged in your own life, you radiate an energy that's impossible to ignore. He'll see you as a woman who's fully alive, and he'll want to know what fuels your passion. Mystery also lies in how you communicate. Instead of oversharing or giving him every detail of your day, try leaving a little to his imagination. For example, when he asks about your weekend, don't feel the need to recount every moment. A simple, "I had a great time with friends, how about you?" invites him to ask more questions, to lean in, and uncover the details. It's a subtle shift, but it keeps the conversation dynamic and engaging. Another way to build intrigue is to surprise him. People often fall into predictable patterns, but when you break those patterns, you become unforgettable. Maybe you send him a thoughtful message when he's not expecting it, or you share a side of yourself he hasn't seen before. These little moments of unpredictability keep the connection fresh and exciting. However, being mysterious isn't just about withholding. It's also about being selective in what you share. When you do open up, make it meaningful. Share stories or experiences that reveal your depth and complexity. Let him see the woman behind the surface, but do it on your terms. This balance between openness and restraint is what creates a sense of mystery. Think of yourself as a novel he's eager to read. Would you want to give away the end on the first page? Of course not. The beauty of a story lies in its unfolding, in the twists and turns that keep the reader hooked. Similarly, your life and personality should unfold naturally, giving him the chance to truly appreciate every chapter. But here's where it gets even more powerful. When you embrace mystery, you also give yourself the freedom to remain independent. Independence doesn't mean pushing him away. It means living fully and authentically without losing yourself in the process. It's about maintaining your own identity even as you build a connection with him. Love Stoic principles teach us that emotional detachment, not in the sense of being cold, but in the sense of not relying on external validation, is key to maintaining balance. When you're rooted in your own happiness, you don't need him to fill the gaps. Instead, you invite him to complement your already vibrant life. This balance of mystery and independence creates a magnetic dynamic that draws him closer without ever making him feel pressured or overwhelmed. Men are also naturally curious beings. When they sense there's more to discover about you, they'll invest the time and effort to uncover it. But if everything is handed to them on a silver platter, the excitement fades quickly. By staying true to your independence and embracing the art of subtlety, you create an allure that's both compelling and irresistible. Think about it. When was the last time you felt intrigued by someone? What was it about them that kept you interested? Chances are it was their sense of self-assuredness, their depth, and their ability to surprise you. Now imagine becoming that person for him, a woman who's confident, passionate, and slightly elusive. This isn't about manipulation, it's about honoring your own complexity. You're not a puzzle to be solved, but a masterpiece to be appreciated. When you carry yourself with this mindset, you invite him to see you in a whole new light. He'll realize that the more he gets to know you, the more there is to admire. And that's the kind of connection that lasts. By cultivating your own independence and letting your life unfold naturally, you create a sense of mystery that's impossible to resist. And in doing so, you show him that you're not just a partner. You're a woman with depth, passion, and an irresistible spark of intrigue. 4. Emotional intelligence and empathy. What if I told you that one of the most powerful ways to captivate a man's heart isn't through words, looks, or even grand gestures? It's through understanding, not just hearing what he says, but truly feeling what he feels. Emotional intelligence and empathy are like invisible threads that weave two souls together, creating a bond so deep that it feels unshakable. Let's start with a question. Have you ever felt seen, really seen by someone? Not just for what you said or did, but for the emotions you couldn't even put into words. That feeling is transformative. It's what makes people open up, trust, and connect on a profound level. And guess what? Men crave this kind of understanding just as much as women do, even if they rarely admit it. Emotional intelligence isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's the ability to tune into his emotions, even when he doesn't express them directly. Men often struggle to articulate their feelings, not because they don't have them, but because they've been conditioned to suppress them. When you become the woman who can read between the lines, who sees what he's feeling without him having to explain, you become someone he can't let go of. So how can you develop this skill? It starts with listening, really listening. The next time he shares something, resist the urge to jump in with advice or solutions. Instead, focus on what he's truly saying, both with his words and with his body language. Is he stressed but trying to play it off? Is he sharing a story that seems light-hearted but carries deeper meaning? Pay attention to the details. Men may not always say what they feel, but their actions and tone often reveal the truth. Empathy is the key that unlocks this connection. When he feels understood, he'll naturally feel closer to you. For example, imagine he's venting about a tough day at work. Instead of offering solutions, you say, "That sounds really frustrating. I can't imagine how hard that must be." These simple words validate his experience and show that you're on his side. They say, "I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you." But emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding him. It's also about understanding yourself. Before you can connect deeply with someone else, you need to be in tune with your own emotions. How do you handle stress, frustration, or disappointment? Do you bottle it up, or do you address it with honesty and grace? The way you manage your emotions sets the tone for how you connect with others. Men are naturally drawn to women who can handle their emotions with strength and composure. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect or suppress your feelings. It means being self-aware enough to communicate them in a healthy way. If something bothers you, express it calmly and clearly. When you show emotional maturity, you create a safe space for him to do the same. Let's not forget the power of patience. Emotional intelligence requires time and practice. Men aren't always ready to open up right away, especially if they've been hurt or rejected in the past. By being patient and consistent, you show him that you're someone he can trust. This trust becomes the foundation of a relationship that's not only deep, but also enduring. Here's a little secret. Men often fall for women who make them feel like the best version of themselves. When you understand his struggles, celebrate his victories, and support him through challenges, you become that person. You're not just someone he wants to be with, you're someone he can't imagine being without. Now let's make this real. Think about the next time you're with him. Instead of focusing on what you'll say or how you'll impress him, focus on how you'll make him feel. Will he feel understood, appreciated, and supported? Will he leave the conversation feeling lighter, stronger, and more connected to you? When you prioritize his emotional experience, you create a connection that's impossible to fake. And here's the exciting part. This isn't just about him. As you develop your emotional intelligence, you'll notice profound changes in all your relationships, not just romantic ones. You'll become a magnet for deeper connections, and the people in your life will naturally gravitate toward your authenticity and understanding. So if this resonated with you, let me know by liking this video and commenting number 1 below. Share your thoughts. Have you ever had a moment where understanding someone's emotions transformed your relationship with them? I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can stay tuned for even more insights into mastering the art of attraction and building connections that last. Together, we're uncovering the secrets to not just capturing his attention, but creating a bond so strong it changes the game entirely. When you understand his heart, you capture it. And that, my friend, is the essence of irresistible. 5. Ambition and passion for life. Have you ever noticed how magnetic someone becomes when they talk about something they're deeply passionate about? Their eyes light up, their voice gains energy, and they seem to radiate a kind of unstoppable force. That's exactly what ambition and passion for life do. They make you irresistible. And for men, there's nothing more captivating than a woman who's on fire for her own goals and dreams. Ambition isn't about chasing a paycheck or collecting accolades to impress others. True ambition comes from a deep desire to grow, to achieve, and to live life with purpose. It's about having a mission, a vision for yourself that drives you forward and gives your life meaning. When you live with this kind of energy, it not only transforms your life, but also becomes a beacon that attracts others to you. Let me ask you this: what sets your soul on fire? What's the one thing you could lose yourself in for hours, forgetting time altogether? Maybe it's your career, a creative project, or a personal goal you've been dreaming of but haven't yet pursued. Whatever it is, your ambition to chase that passion is one of the most powerful ways to draw someone closer to you. Why? Because ambition shows that you're not waiting for someone else to complete you. You're actively building a life that's fulfilling and exciting. Men find this incredibly attractive because it signals independence, strength, and a zest for life. You're not someone who settles for mediocrity. You're someone who aims high and works hard to reach their goals. That kind of energy is contagious. But let's take it deeper. Passion for life doesn't just show up in big, grand gestures. It's also in the small, everyday moments. It's in how you approach challenges, how you talk about your dreams, and how you carry yourself when you're working towards something important. Men notice these things. They see the way your face lights up when you talk about something you care about, the determination in your eyes when you're focused on achieving something meaningful, and the pride you take in your accomplishments. Now, let's flip the script for a moment. Imagine you're on a date, and the person across from you seems uninterested in everything. No goals, no excitement, no drive, just going through the motions of life. How would you feel? Chances are you'd lose interest pretty quickly. The same is true for men. When they meet a woman who's driven, who has a purpose and isn't afraid to chase it, they see her as someone extraordinary. She's someone worth investing in because she's already investing in herself. But what if you're not sure where to start? What if you don't feel particularly ambitious right now? That's okay. Ambition isn't about having all the answers. It's about the willingness to ask the questions and take the first step. Start by setting a small goal, something that excites you but also challenges you. It could be learning a new skill, taking up a hobby, or working toward a promotion at work. The act of working towards something, no matter how small, begins to cultivate that ambitious energy. Here's the beauty of ambition. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Men are drawn to women who are passionate about their path, who find joy in the process of growing and self-discovery. When you're genuinely engaged in your own life, that enthusiasm spills over into your interactions with others. It makes you more interesting, more dynamic, and more alive. And let's not forget the importance of celebrating your wins along the way. Whether it's achieving a major milestone or simply making progress, acknowledge your efforts and take pride in what you've accomplished. When you celebrate yourself, you radiate confidence and self-assurance, two qualities that are impossible to ignore. Another powerful aspect of ambition is that it inspires the people around you. When a man sees you chasing your dreams, it motivates him to do the same. Your passion becomes a mirror reflecting his own potential and pushing him to strive for more. In this way, your ambition isn't just about you. It's about creating a dynamic where you both grow and thrive together. But ambition isn't just about chasing goals. It's about living fully, embracing every opportunity, and seeing challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. It's about showing up for life with energy and enthusiasm, even when things get tough. This kind of resilience and passion is what makes you unforgettable. Think of the most inspiring people you know. What is it about them that draws you in? Chances are it's their drive, their passion, and their commitment to living life on their own terms. Now, imagine becoming that person for someone else, not by trying to impress them, but simply by being fully engaged in your own life. When you embody ambition and passion for life, you're not just attracting a partner, you're creating a life that's exciting, fulfilling, and deeply meaningful. And that, more than anything, is what makes you irresistible. Let's keep building. The next trait takes things to a whole new level. Are you ready? Let's dive into what's next. Sixth, kindness with boundaries. Kindness. It's one of those traits that never goes out of style, yet its power is often underestimated. Men may admire your beauty, respect your confidence, or even crave your mystery, but what truly touches their hearts is kindness. It's the rare ability to show genuine care and compassion for others, and it's something that can make you unforgettable. But let's get one thing straight. Kindness doesn't mean being a pushover. It's not about always saying yes, sacrificing your own needs, or allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. True kindness comes with boundaries. It's about giving from a place of strength, not from a place of seeking approval. Men are irresistibly drawn to women who are kind yet firm, compassionate yet self-respecting. This balance is what makes kindness so powerful. So, what does kindness with boundaries look like? Imagine you're listening to him talk about his rough day. Instead of offering a generic, "that sucks," you genuinely engage with his emotions, saying something like, "That sounds exhausting. I'm sorry you had to deal with that." Your words show care, but you're not jumping in to fix his problems or making his stress your burden. You're supportive without losing yourself in the process. Here's another scenario. Suppose he asks you for a favor that doesn't align with your values or schedule. Instead of reluctantly agreeing and feeling resentful later, you kindly but firmly say, "I'd love to help, but I can't this time. Let's figure out another solution together." This response shows that you respect his needs and your own, creating a dynamic where mutual respect thrives. Why is this so effective? Because kindness is a reflection of inner strength. Men can sense when your kindness comes from a place of authenticity, rather than a desire to please or seek validation. When you're kind but also set boundaries, you signal that you value yourself, and this self-respect is incredibly attractive. Kindness also shows up in how you treat others, not just him. Men notice the way you interact with waitstaff, friends, or even strangers. Do you smile at the barista? Do you offer a helping hand when someone's struggling? These seemingly small gestures speak volumes about your character. A man who sees you treating others with kindness will naturally imagine that same warmth being extended to him. And that's a powerful image. But here's the catch. Kindness must be genuine. It's not something you can fake or force. It comes from a place of empathy and a desire to connect with others on a human level. This is where Stoicism can play a role, learning to detach from the noise and chaos around you so that you can approach every interaction with clarity and calm. When you're grounded in yourself, kindness flows effortlessly because it's no longer about proving anything to anyone. It's simply an extension of who you are. Now let's talk about the transformative impact of kindness with boundaries. Imagine you're in a heated disagreement. Instead of lashing out or retreating into silence, you address the situation with calmness and empathy. You say, "I hear what you're saying, and I understand why you feel that way. Here's how I see it." This approach diffuses tension, fosters understanding, and shows that you're willing to engage without losing your composure. Men are deeply attracted to this level of emotional intelligence. It shows that you're not afraid to stand your ground, but you're also willing to meet them halfway. This balance creates a sense of safety and respect, both of which are essential for building a strong connection. Here's a secret. Kindness isn't just about how you treat others, it's also about how you treat yourself. When you practice self-compassion, you set the tone for how others should treat you. Do you speak to yourself with love and understanding, or are you constantly criticizing yourself? The way you talk to yourself becomes the blueprint for how you allow others to talk to you. By being kind to yourself, you naturally raise the standard for how others engage with you. And let's not forget the ripple effect. Kindness has a way of spreading far beyond the initial act. When you show kindness to a man, you encourage him to do the same, not just for you, but for others in his life. You create a dynamic of positivity and respect that strengthens the bond between you. This is why kindness, when paired with boundaries, is one of the most irresistible traits you can possess. So, how do you start cultivating kindness with boundaries in your life? Begin by recognizing your own worth. When you value yourself, kindness becomes a gift you give freely, not a tool to gain approval. Then, practice setting healthy boundaries. Whether it's saying no to something that doesn't serve you or asking for what you need in a respectful way, the more you honor yourself, the more natural it becomes to honor others. If this insight into kindness resonates with you, let me know by liking this video and commenting number 1 below. Your thoughts matter, and I'd love to hear how you practice kindness in your own life. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for even more ways to deepen your connections, master the art of attraction, and become the best version of yourself. Together, we're building something truly powerful. Relationships that are rooted in authenticity, respect, and love. Kindness isn't just a trait, it's a way of being. And when it's paired with boundaries, it becomes a force of nature. 7. Charisma and physical presence. Charisma. It's one of those intangible qualities that captivates without explanation. You've seen it before. A woman walks into a room and heads turn. Not necessarily because of her looks, but because of the way she carries herself. There's a magnetic energy about her, a confidence that draws people in before she even speaks. This, combined with an intentional physical presence, creates an aura that men find utterly irresistible. But let's unpack this. What exactly is charisma, and how do you cultivate it in a way that feels authentic and natural? Charisma isn't about being the loudest person in the room or commanding attention through force. It's about creating a sense of presence, an unspoken signal that you're comfortable in your own skin and genuinely engaged with the world around you. It's in the way you hold yourself, the warmth of your smile, and the energy you bring to interactions. Charisma says, "I see you, and I'm worth being seen." Physical presence, on the other hand, is how you embody this charisma in your body language, movements, and appearance. Men notice the way you walk into a room, the way you stand, and even the way you sit. Are you slouched over, hiding from the world, or are you upright, exuding confidence and self-assurance? Physical presence is about using your body as an extension of your inner confidence. Let's start with body language. One of the simplest ways to enhance your presence is to stand tall. Good posture signals strength and poise, while slouching can make you appear insecure or disengaged. Imagine a string pulling you upward from the top of your head, elongating your spine and opening your chest. This small adjustment can instantly make you look and feel more confident. Next, consider your movements. Charismatic people move with purpose and intention. When you enter a room, don't rush or fidget. Take your time. Let your steps feel deliberate and allow your body to project calm and control. When you sit or stand, Avoid crossing your arms or shrinking into yourself. Instead, take up space in a way that feels natural and open. This subtle assertiveness signals that you're confident and approachable. Eye contact is another key element of charisma. Meeting someone's gaze, not in a staring contest kind of way, but with warmth and connection, shows that you're present and engaged. When you look someone in the eyes, you create an instant sense of intimacy and trust. For men, this kind of connection can be incredibly compelling. Now let's talk about your voice. Your tone, pace, and volume all contribute to your overall presence. Charismatic women speak with clarity and conviction. They don't rush through their words or mumble. Instead, they allow their voice to carry a sense of assurance. Whether you're telling a story, sharing an opinion, or simply introducing yourself, speak as though your words matter, because they do. Physical appearance also plays a role, but not in the way you might think. Charisma isn't about meeting a specific beauty standard. It's about taking care of yourself in a way that reflects self-respect. Dressing well, grooming thoughtfully, and maintaining good hygiene signal that you value yourself. It's not about perfection. It's about presenting the best version of who you are. Here's a question to ask yourself. How do you want to make people feel when they're around you? Do you want them to feel energized, inspired, or comforted? Whatever your answer, let that intention guide your presence. If you want to make someone feel energized, bring vitality and enthusiasm into your interactions. If you want to inspire trust, focus on creating a sense of calm and authenticity. Charisma is as much about how you make others feel as it is about how you present your own self. But here's the secret. Charisma and physical presence aren't just tools for attracting men. They're about how you move through the world as a whole. They're about showing up fully, not just in relationships, but in every aspect of your life. When you embody this kind of presence, you become a force to be reckoned with, a woman who commands attention, not because she demands it, but because she earns it effortlessly. And let's not forget the connection to Stoicism. Charisma thrives on inner calm and confidence, both of which are central to Stoic principles. When you're grounded in yourself, when you're not easily swayed by external noise or validation, you radiate a quiet strength that others can't help but be drawn to. This inner stability allows you to navigate life with grace, no matter what comes your way. So, how do you begin cultivating charisma? Start small. Practice being fully present in your interactions. Listen actively, hold eye contact, and focus on creating genuine connections. Pay attention to your posture, your movements, and your tone of voice. Over time, these small adjustments will become second nature, enhancing not just how others see you, but also how you see yourself. When you pair charisma with intentional physical presence, you create a magnetic energy that's impossible to ignore. Men won't just notice you, they'll remember you. They'll think about the way you made them feel, the warmth of your smile, and the confidence in your stride. And that, my friend, is the essence of irresistible, ready for what's next. 8. Passion and enthusiasm. Passion, it's that undeniable fire, that spark of energy that makes someone feel alive. It's the fuel that drives excitement, curiosity, and connection. When a woman lives with passion, it radiates from her in ways that no words or actions can fully capture. Men are drawn to this energy like moths to a flame, not just because it's captivating, but because it's contagious. Now let's be clear, passion isn't about being intense or over the top. It's about living fully, embracing the things you love, and approaching life with enthusiasm. It's about showing the world and him that you have a zest for life that's impossible to ignore. Men are irresistibly attracted to women who bring this energy into every aspect of their lives because it signals that you're engaged, vibrant, and present. So let me ask you this. What lights you up? What's the one thing that makes you lose track of time, that makes you feel completely in your element? Maybe it's a creative hobby, a fitness goal, or a cause you're deeply passionate about. Whatever it is, your enthusiasm for it doesn't just enrich your life, it makes you magnetic. Imagine this scenario. You're sharing a story about a recent project or hobby you've been working on. Your face lights up as you talk about the challenges you overcame, the joy you felt, and the pride you have in what you've accomplished. He's captivated, not by the project itself, but by the way you light up when you talk about it. Passion is like a beacon, and when you live with it, you naturally draw others toward you. But passion isn't just about hobbies or goals, it's also about how you approach everyday life. Are you curious about the world? Do you find joy in small moments? Do you approach challenges with a sense of purpose and determination? Men notice these things. They notice when you smile at a sunrise, laugh at a silly joke, or throw yourself into something new with excitement. This kind of enthusiasm for life is infectious. It makes people want to be around you, to experience the world through your eyes. Here's where passion gets even more powerful. It inspires. When a man sees you living fully and chasing your dreams, it motivates him to do the same. Your energy becomes a mirror reflecting his own potential and pushing him to reach for more. This creates a dynamic where you're not just partners, but teammates, each fueling the other's growth and ambition. But what if you don't feel particularly passionate right now? What if life feels more like a routine than an adventure? That's okay. Passion doesn't always have to be grand or dramatic. Sometimes it's found in the quiet moments, in the things that bring you peace or joy. Start by exploring what interests you. Try new experiences, revisit old hobbies, or set small goals that excite you. Passion often begins with curiosity, so let yourself explore without pressure or expectations. Living with passion also means letting go of fear, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. Men are drawn to women who take risks, who embrace the unknown with open arms. Why? Because it shows courage, resilience, and a willingness to grow. These traits aren't just attractive, they're inspiring. Here's another secret. Passion and enthusiasm aren't just about external actions, they're about your mindset. When you approach life with gratitude and excitement, it shifts your entire energy. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles, joy instead of stress. This mindset not only transforms your life, but also makes you an irresistible force to be around. Passion is also deeply connected to intimacy. When you live with passion, it naturally carries over into your relationships. Men are drawn to women who are fully present, who bring that same enthusiasm into their connections. Whether it's a deep conversation, a shared adventure, or a quiet moment together, your energy sets the tone for the relationship. Now, if this idea of living with passion and enthusiasm resonates with you, let me know by liking this video and commenting number 1 below. I'd love to hear what excites you, what goals you're chasing, and how you bring passion into your everyday life. Your story might just inspire someone else to do the same. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for even more insights into mastering the art of attraction and building relationships that are as fulfilling as they are exciting. Together, we're not just discovering what makes you irresistible, we're unlocking the tools to live your most vibrant, passionate life. When you live with passion, you don't just attract him, you inspire him. And that, my friend, is a power that can transform everything. 9. Stability and dependability. Stability, in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, is a trait that carries immense power. It's the quiet strength of someone who remains grounded, dependable, and unwavering, even when life throws its challenges. For men, a woman who embodies stability is not only attractive, she's essential. She becomes a source of calm in the storm, a partner they can rely on when everything else feels uncertain. But stability doesn't just mean having your life perfectly organized. It's about emotional steadiness, resilience, and a deep sense of self-assuredness. It's about showing up as someone who's reliable, not because you're trying to be perfect, but because you've built a foundation of trust and consistency in how you approach your life. Let's start with emotional stability. Men are drawn to women who can handle life's ups and downs with grace. This doesn't mean you never feel emotions or have difficult moments. It means you know how to navigate them without being overwhelmed. Imagine facing a challenging situation together. Instead of panicking or letting stress take over, you take a deep breath, assess the situation, and work through it calmly. This kind of steadiness creates a sense of safety, something every man values deeply in a partner. Emotional stability also shows up in how you handle conflict. Disagreements and misunderstandings are inevitable in any relationship, but the way you respond makes all the difference. When you approach conflicts with patience, understanding, and a willingness to listen, you show him that you're not just reacting. You're invested in finding solutions. This builds trust and strengthens the bond between you. Dependability goes hand in hand with stability. Being dependable means being someone he can count on, not just for big things, but for the small, everyday moments that make up a relationship. It's following through on your commitments, being consistent in your words and actions, and showing him that you're there when he needs you. When a man sees that you're dependable, it creates a foundation of trust that allows the relationship to flourish. But here's the key. Dependability isn't about sacrificing your own needs to be everything for someone else. It's about being reliable while maintaining your own sense of self. Men respect and admire women who have their own routines, priorities, and goals, but who still make room for the people they care about. This balance between independence and dependability is what makes stability so irresistible. Let's not forget about physical stability, how you create a sense of order and calm in your environment. This doesn't mean you need to be a perfectionist or have everything figured out, but small actions like maintaining a tidy space, planning ahead, and taking care of your health can reflect the stability you bring to your life. These habits show that you're not just reacting to life, you're leading it. Stability also means being adaptable. Life rarely goes according to plan, and being able to adjust gracefully is a trait men find incredibly attractive. It shows resilience and a problem-solving mindset, qualities that are vital for building a strong partnership. Imagine planning a trip together and something goes wrong. Maybe a flight gets delayed or plans fall through. Instead of letting it ruin the experience, you pivot, find an alternative, and keep the mood light. This kind of flexibility is a hallmark of true stability. Here's a question to consider. How do you handle stress in your own life? Do you have routines or practices that help you stay grounded, or do you find yourself easily thrown off course? Stability begins with you. It's about creating habits and systems that support your emotional, physical, and mental well-being. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, following a workout routine, or simply making time for self-care, these small actions add up to a larger sense of control and steadiness. Men are also deeply influenced by the energy you bring into their lives. When you're stable and dependable, you create an atmosphere of trust and ease. He knows that with you, there's no unnecessary drama, no games, no unpredictability. This doesn't mean the relationship is boring. It means it's built on a solid foundation that allows both of you to thrive. Stability is also a cornerstone of Stoicism, the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of challenges. When you embrace this principle, you're not just reacting to life's events, you're actively shaping how you respond. This creates a sense of inner peace that radiates outward, making you someone he looks to for strength and reassurance. But here's the most important part. Stability isn't about being unshakable all the time. It's about showing up authentically, even when things aren't perfect. It's about saying, I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to figure it out. This kind of honesty and vulnerability adds depth to your stability, making it even more powerful. When you embody stability and dependability, you become the kind of woman who not only attracts a man, but makes him feel like he's found something rare, someone he can trust, lean on, and grow with. It's not just about being there for him, it's about creating a partnership where you both feel secure, supported, and empowered to face life together. And that, my friend, is what makes stability truly irresistible. It's not just a trait, it's a gift that keeps giving, creating a relationship that's as strong as it is enduring. Ready to take all these traits and make them your own? Let's continue the journey. And there you have it, the 9 irresistible traits that not only capture his attention, but also create a connection that's deep, meaningful, and enduring. These aren't just tips or tricks. They're a roadmap to becoming the best, most authentic version of yourself. They're about elevating your life, your confidence, and your relationships in ways that are transformative and empowering. But here's the truth. Knowing these traits isn't enough. The real magic happens when you start applying them. When you embrace your confidence, light up with humor, protect your independence, and live passionately. When you listen with empathy, nurture stability, radiate charisma, and balance kindness with boundaries, you're not just changing how men see you, you're changing how you see yourself. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about taking small, intentional steps to grow and evolve into the woman you've always been capable of becoming. Each trait builds on the others, creating a powerful synergy that makes you irresistible, not because you're trying to be someone else, but because you're fully embracing who you are. Imagine how your life will feel when you step into this version of yourself. Imagine the confidence, the joy, the magnetic energy you'll bring into every interaction. Men will notice, yes, but more importantly, you'll notice. You'll see how much stronger, more vibrant, and more in control of your life you've become. So, what's your next step? Choose one trait to focus on today. Maybe it's cultivating your confidence, embracing your passions, or practicing kindness with boundaries. Whatever it is, commit to it. Start small, but stay consistent. Each action, no matter how small, brings you closer to mastering these traits and transforming your life. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these traits are you most excited to work on? What changes are you ready to make in your life and relationships? Share your journey in the comments. I can't wait to see how you grow and thrive. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, comment number 1, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another moment of insight and inspiration. Together, we're building something extraordinary, a community of women who are confident, empowered, and unapologetically magnetic. Thank you for spending this time with me, for investing in yourself, and for taking the first step toward a life of love, passion, and purpose. Remember, the power is already within you. Now, it's time to unleash it. Here's to your journey of becoming truly irresistible. You've got this.